Greetings, everyone. It's time for Before the Paywall.
And so, what we have here, what we're going to do today is more concept art of, yes, The Flash again. I know, we keep talking about it, but there's been a lot of concept art between the last time we talked about it and now that I thought was worth mentioning, especially if you're familiar with us and know that we really have pitched an idea, or really Andrew's pitched an idea for a Batcycle that from Akira. And funny enough, there's been some concept art released from The Flash of Batfleck's Batcycle, and it kind of looks suspiciously close to some of the stuff we've been talking about.
What?
We could have had this in The Flash, dude.
Oh my god. You see, they were so close to greatness.
This is art from Ed Natividad, who did, I think, the final design, probably based off of, Andy Muschietti's feedback. It's dated March 2nd, 2020, Batcycle. And
just as the world was falling apart.
Just as the world's falling apart, they come up with this. And I think, that's March 2020. They did not announce yet that Keaton or Affleck were going to be in this. So that doesn't mean that they didn't cast them. They probably did cast them, and they just didn't announce it until later. But this is kind of how early it was. Like, people didn't even know for sure that Batman was going to be in this movie in this period of time. But this is clearly a time where, like, a script is done, or like they knew they needed a Batcycle. So, and this is what we got here for the Batcycle, which, again, like I said, looks a little close to what we've been talking about. We could have gotten this. We could have gotten this, dude.
This is surprising. It's a little heavy on that wheel, I think, on the one on the right. Like the one on the left, I think that's the front wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say left, I mean camera left, like the one with the WB just above it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is better to me than the other side.
Mm-hmm.
But the general shape is definitely the Akira bike.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, if someone else was, I mean, obviously they weren't listening to our episode in 2023 back in 2020, but like they at least had a similar idea. So we got a little bit more here. There's another reverse view.
Okay, this is I mean,
it's coming along.
The shape.
Right?
This is the shape. This is obvious like influence here, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is funny to see this now.
Who knew when we were talking about that?
Yeah.
Like, why couldn't they have just done this? And like, well, Ed Natividad, our apologies. Like clearly you tried, and they're just like, nah, let's do this other monstrosity.
This looks better for sure. This looks a lot
so
better.
Much better than what was in the movie.
Yeah.
So we've got this. Another look here, slightly different, as you can tell.
I like this less.
Yeah, it's not as Kaneda-like. Kaneda bike-like, you know?
I know, it's not.
It's a little bit more like a regular motorcycle with like bat pod wheels, you know?
This is better than what we got in the movie, I guess.
Still,
but it's not as cool as the other one for some reason.
These are some other ones, sketch type stuff in February. Jesus. You see Batman in the middle here, and it says "Yeah, baby" in capital letters.
That's awesome. Yeah, baby. That's what he says, bro. So,
or lean baby. Actually, that's what it says. I think.
Oh, lean baby. Well, still though, it's funny as hell
because it still says EA in the middle of the word.
I know he's wearing armor, but his fucking knee's about to eat it.
Yeah, I know, right?
I know that actual dudes have that stance, but it's always like it's crazy they do that.
Yeah.
Again, I think this is not as good as the other one, but it's still better than what we got. So, dude, we nerds just have a hive mind, bro.
Yeah, seriously.
And it's broken at the the chain of command. It's that hive mind does not make it into the upper echelon sometimes.
Sadly not. No.
Yeah.
So this is now where we get renderings of Batman on it. Notice the suit looks different. This gave me Pattinson vibes too when I first looked at it, because I'm just like, wait, is Pattinson? No, it's not Pattinson. It only seems like that because the leather like look of the cowl, and then like the way that his arms look. This is very clearly a different suit from what we would end up getting, but it is meant to be Affleck. Here you can tell that by the chin, as well as the fat bat logo that's on the bottom right.
The wheel cover, though, man.
I know. This is where we're getting closer to what we end up getting.
if the wheel was a little more
evolving.
exposed, I know they're trying to like have make the wheel have armor or something, but
Mhm.
that thing can't even turn, can it?
I don't know, but they'll make it turn on screen. But like realistically,
Yeah,
practically, I don't know.
CG bike or something. Yeah, I don't, dude. And it's got two wheels in the back, right?
Um,
That's better than two in the front.
yeah, it might just be one on this one.
Okay,
It's hard to tell. It's hard. I think it's just one for
okay.
this one though.
I I
We'll see with the
like
others.
I like the matte black coloring on the metal
Same.
and the gold. That coloration on the Akira bike,
Yep.
we're really getting to something.
Hmm.
So, but okay,
Getting close.
yeah.
Yep. This is different. So that's definitely Batfleck in the back, and they definitely went with a different design with this one. This is much like it's almost like a gunmetal smooth one, but again, like it's a different. It's very different between. We get all this like tactical shit on it, and this one's like more smooth, but also I don't know how I feel about it. It's not quite what I'm looking for either.
Nah, I don't like it
It
either.
looks like a Terminator type thing to me,
Yeah,
like a Skynet type thing.
yeah, I agree. I think it'd be better in that kind of movie.
Yeah,
This is just not the right aesthetic.
yeah. Also looks way smaller. Probably like next to Batfleck. Like it looks like it's a regular motorcycle that they souped up, but like it's
It
it
look
looks weird here.
it looks so front heavy.
That
Like the
too.
Akira bike looks kind of like even, you
Hmm.
know? Like I don't know, man, I'm not a fucking engineer, but it just looks like not top or bottom heavy. Just like it to me, it's the perfect bike. I know I'm
Yeah.
biased with anime shit, but it's just like the perfect motorcycle, dude.
Yeah, I hear you. But no, I mean, this is why I thought it was worth doing this for the Patreon preview because like once
Yeah.
I saw these, I'm like, holy shit, they actually almost did something close to what Andrew was talking about.
That's
Uh,
amazing. That's
yeah.
amazing, dude. I feel
Uh,
vindicated.
I know, right? Okay, so now we're getting closer to what we end up in the movie.
Boo.
This is from Dan Walker. Sorry, Dan Walker. That does look like the two wheels, except the two very thin wheels in the front. I don't know.
Dude, I don't like it.
Yeah,
This shot, okay, this shot is cool.
this shot is cool though. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
This shot is
Uh,
cool.
so this is them just kind of experimenting with how it's going to look. But yeah, this is pretty close, much closer to what we would end up getting,
Yeah, this
including the
is
costume.
yeah. So now so I'm looking at my Akira bike toy too. I could walk
Hmm.
and go get it real quick. Actually, let me do that. Give me a
Yeah,
second.
go ahead. I'll talk
Talk
over it.
away. Hold on one second.
Yeah. So I do like these shots. As Andrew's getting it, I'm going to show some other stuff that we have here. But this is maybe I'll wait for Andrew. Just look at this. This is not only look at the bike suit, but I don't know why this was
This
even allowed to be shown.
this is like a dork Batman, dude. Okay,
He's got goggles on. There's like
let's
white
embiggen.
parts.
Let's embiggen real quick.
Okay,
All right, so look, we got this. This is the Akira toy,
I'll
Kaneda
switch it over.
bike,
Yep.
right? Okay, so one thing I've noticed, Akira does kind of sit. He's like got the old school like Harley kind of sitting.
Mhm.
So a lot of times that might not be a good look. So um just hold this up. But I do think you need the crotch rocket kind of sitting for Batman. I do
Yeah.
agree with that.
Mhm.
So I think that'd be one of the main things you change from the Akira bike. I don't know how you do it, but yeah, make him more like sit like crotch rocket style like this or something.
Mhm.
That could probably work. But other than that, I know that's like that could be like a big change, but I mean like this part and the way this back wheel is and all that shit, just kind of try to keep as much of that as you can.
Mhm.
Anyway, you can de-big in me.
All right. So we were looking at we were looking at this.
There it
So,
is.
this
Sorry.
is this is the
I had to call out my own error, I think. I felt like I had to call that out.
wait with the motorcycle.
Because that is one thing I would change from the Akira bike
Oh, I see what you
is
mean.
the
Yeah,
way
yeah,
he's sitting. Don't you
yeah.
agree? Like
Oh
that
yeah, yeah, yeah. That would look a little weird with Batman. Oh,
yeah,
also you want him to have the cape flap behind him when he's
yeah.
driving,
So
right? And
that
you
would
don't
be
get that when he sits that way.
that'd be one major design change from the Akira bike.
Yeah,
I would agree. We'd have to
yeah.
depart from that. Yes.
But yeah, these early designs were close. And then
Yeah.
here's where they decided to do the biker suit, is what they seem to call it. for Batman. He's got goggles on. There's like white parts. There's even like a white cowl, I guess, which I don't know why you would do it in this context because he's not fighting Mr. Freeze in like a snow thing. So
The goggles, dude. This is whenever you do the white eyes, especially if he's at night. The white
yeah,
eyes would be his goggles.
well, that's what they kind of did with in Justice League. You know, when they had the tactical suit with the
Yeah.
goggles on with the pilot. I think that was their way to do the lenses. So I think they're trying to carry it over, but they just look worse here. Like I don't know why this was released. I would never have let anyone see this in public, but this got leaked.
This is not finished painted either, man.
It doesn't seem like it. Yeah,
Don't judge the paint job.
yeah. Still,
Yeah, this
wet
is
and gray. It's
just
does not
this
look
is
flattering.
not a finished paint job. This is 3D art though, right?
Yeah, is what it seems like.
This is ZBrush or whatever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we're gonna judge just the forms here, the body seems a little bit frumpy, but for Batman,
You
just body
forgot to
shame.
work out that day. Yeah.
I'm body shaming a guy that doesn't exist. Okay, and yeah, it's okay. I don't know. I have to
Yeah.
see it like actually made, but this is the stuff that's in that fucking like. This is like the beginning stages of that fucking motocross shit.
Yeah, so this is the sort of the more final one from Robert Rowley and Sam Williams. So this is what we get in the movie, which again, it's the motocross shit that really ruins it because like if it wasn't that, it would be a blue, black, and gray Batfleck suit. You know?
I really feel like there's something that happens in design school. Like these guys are top tier designers. Look at what they're doing. We're jackasses on the internet. They're doing
Mhm.
concept art for these movies. And something happens in their brain. They get a little bit of brainwashed or something. I don't want to be too negative, but it's
Well, it's
like
also got to
they're
be approved by the director.
by the director and like their design choices are so like informed by their academic background, I think
Mhm.
that to me anyway, they lose sight of what made toys cool, what makes comic book characters look cool. But when they and I know they're trying to make things look realistic in a certain way, but I mean they're trying to make them look realistic, but they're design school made them like think about it too much.
Mm.
And maybe they know what to appreciate in this type of art, I guess. I sort of kind of get where they're coming from, but again, we're talking about Batman here.
Mhm.
You know, we're talking about comic book characters. It just needs to be, I don't know, man, like a toy. Like I always
Yeah.
say the same thing over and over and over again.
Mhm.
Like what are the fucking are they selling this guy as a toy? Like what are the
They are.
sales? What are the sales on that? I wonder.
Probably not great, especially because he's in this for like 2 minutes in this
It's
suit.
a and it's like a fucking it's a bomb at the theater, you know, like
Yeah.
it's one of the worst bombs ever. It's unbelievable.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, honestly, dude, if the movie's gonna look like whatever McFarlane should do, or like like the toys for adults should look more like the movie, I guess.
Mhm.
But I think if to market to kids, they should just have like a real simplistic looking one.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh, that's like kind of hints at the movie,
Mhm.
but doesn't look exactly like it. Like I don't know. That's what I would buy for me, like
Mhm.
a more comic book looking toy.
I mean, hey, if it was
So
just bad, like Batfleck using the same sort of models or sculpts from, BVS or Justice League, and they just colored it with the same shade of blue and black and gray,
yeah,
and put that in the Flash, I would get that. Like
yeah.
that would look better than what we ended up with in the movie, as well as
First
the toy
Batfleck
itself.
suit as blue and gray. No
Yeah,
other
or
changes.
only one. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah. The one from BVS, and you just paint that blue and gray instead, or just really
Uh,
paint the cowl with the cape blue, and that's it.
you got the molds. Did he change like shape that much? You could have saved so much money.
Yeah,
Like
I know.
you could have saved. He might have been more jacked than honestly, but you know what? You pad the
Yeah,
suit.
but it's a toy,
Whatever.
like you don't
Oh, a
need to
toy with a
necessarily
toy.
be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the actual like just save the fucking costume.
Do the movie like that and do the toy like that.
Oh, I see.
Bada
Yeah,
bing, bada
maybe,
boom. No
maybe.
motocross. There it is.
Yeah,
Probably,
exactly.
dude. If you do motocross, if you're like an actual biker dude or girl, woman, let us know. Like, do you think this is cool? Like, are we wrong? It just doesn't look great to me.
I just don't get why he needs it when the suit itself is already armor. The Batsuit's armor itself. Why do you need this other stuff on top of it when you're
Too
already
much
more protected than the average person?
too much money makes them overthink it.
Yeah, well, they paid for it for this one.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, man.
This is pretty much what we got when it came to Keaton. Yes, we have some more Keaton concept art, guys. So this is what we pretty much got when it came to Keaton. This is a 3D model by Sam Williams, and it's pretty close. This is basically what we got. Apparently, this concept was by Andrew Domachowski, I think Domachowski, and the costume designer was Alexandra Byrne on this. So this is this is a much better suit than what Affleck's wearing
I
in
don't
this.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about this one. I feel like they kinda nailed it like an updated '89 suit or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is. That's what we got. Bada bing,
Hmm.
bada boom. Let's buy a
There
toy.
we go. Yeah.
I don't, like it's yeah, this is fine. Kind of
Yeah.
no notes on
Yeah.
this one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and I got the toy here. So,
Oh, nice.
let's see. So, Joe Quinones also posted more concept art for the Batman Keaton suits that are in the vault that Keaton has. So, this is another version of the Bob Kane / Bill Finger inspired Laser Batman. It says proto bat suit pre 89, broader bat like ears, stiff sculpted shoulder pads, with protector for neck attached to cape, quilted material like full body bulletproof vest, stiffer cape holds the form. I think that's just based off the model of the laser attack Batman, because this was inspired by the laser attack Batman Kenner toy. 89 style shin guards when it came to the boots. And then the emblem pulled from the original Bob Ringwood design, as I knew, because it has the little eyes on the emblem.
Yes,
Sonar
yes.
grappling hook attached to hard shell shoulder pads. Again, that's probably inspired by the Kenner stuff. Um, and he's going to break up the quilted armor over black fabric underneath. Could echo classic underwear look when rotated 45 degrees. Interesting. So this is all cool, and again, inspired by the original look of Batman in the 1939, comics. And if you guys are interested in a potential prequel of what would have happened with Keaton in this type of suit that's in the movie, then you can check out on Numerous Creative Batman 89 Case of the Chemical Syndicate, which I wrote and co-star in, and that's over at Nuverse Creative, Neuverse, where Detective Comics number 27, the very first Batman story, The Case of the Chemical Syndicate, is rewritten as or adapted as a prequel to Batman 89, where you can imagine Keaton in this suit and solving the same case. So check that out. Even includes arrangements of the Danny Elfman Batman theme, thanks to, I believe it's Nick Gonzalez who did the music for that one. So uh,
Awesome.
check that out, leave a comment, and we'll move on to more of Joe Quinones' other concepts. So this was for the Firebolt Batman. He says this is a firefighting suit, capeless with a mouth guard that fully covers the face. He's got bracers inspired by the anti-fire suit from BTAS, which we see on the right here on the bottom there. That's from the new Batman Adventures series. I believe he was fighting Firefly in that suit
I
for an
like
episode.
that. That's a toy, right? That one's cool.
That's the toy of what's in that episode.
That I like that design. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's cool. Torso armor and belt taken from the original Ringwood Batman design, where the look of the armor was a little different. You can kind of see the lines to represent the muscles there. So that's a cool look. Another look at Firebolt Batman, and then another look at Air Attack Batman, of course, which is going to tie into another design we're going to see soon. But yeah, we've got the wings, or the glider wings, looking like the Batman emblem, of course.
I always think of the Centurions, man, when it's this is like early '80s cartoon or something. There's like an air dude, a sea dude, and a ground dude. And like you got the air Batman, you got the scuba Batman, and then most Batman are on the ground. But it's just like with that combination, I always think of the Centurions.
Mm, yeah, I can kind of see that. He's
Yeah.
got, yeah, this is the air, of course. And then, yeah, this is the last one of the Quinones ones. Another look at the firefighting Firebolt Batman and the Jungle Tracker Batman. So he's even in the jungle, Andrew. With his,
See, there's the dude. I kind of wonder, like at this point in time in Batman's history, were they looking at the Centurions?
maybe.
I know land, sea, and air is like a concept not just from the Centurions, but I don't know. Like, if anybody can comment on this, that would be incredible to know.
Mhm. And then this is the last one. So this is the suit that we get in the movie. uh, in the vault, the one with the wings on it. It says hang glider Batman suit. So if we were right, Andrew, that is a glider suit, not a diving suit.
Okay,
So
yeah. It's like the
it's
Red Bull, like, super high stratosphere
yeah,
dive.
yeah, exactly. So high
Yeah.
altitude breathing apparatus. It says here attached to the cowl, spring loaded hang glider wings. The 92 suit in dark midnight blue is sort of how they describe this. I mean, it looks gray to me, but whatever. All right. Jet engines, heat proof metallic gloves to protect from jet blasts, incredibly dangerous wing blades that are attached at the bottom there. That's cool. Add on hang glider vests. Let's see, air intake vent for jet engines. Yeah, pretty much all the stuff you would need to make this viable. Spring-loaded hang glider control joysticks on the sides. Interesting. So yeah, these are sort of the original designs for this, the winged uniform.
This is
Uh,
Quinones here?
no, this let me look who this might have been. This might have been Robert Rowley and Sam Williams, but I'm not 100% sure.
This
Let me
is
take a look.
really I like this one a lot. This one is really cool, I
It is
think.
really cool, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is close to what we got in the movie, in that one shot of the suit. So, or the different suits that are in the vault. So let me see if I can find if I go back to where I got this. Yeah, Robert Rowley did this one
Okay. Yeah, it's cool.
in 3D. So yeah,
Oh,
there
look
we
at
got the
that.
wings. Yeah, spread out and wings show not fully extended to show the folds. Cool.
I only one thing I know he can't, like, deploy it because he's standing here, but I would make it to where it has that point at the bottom, like the regular cape.
Yeah.
Like, instead of like, it's too cut out at the bottom there. Like, that's the one thing I would
Yeah,
change,
use something here.
and maybe that would deploy in an actual glide, but, other than that, I think it's pretty spot on.
Yeah. No, it's pretty cool. And then one last shot here without the wings. So
Sick. Imagine this in a movie. This would be so awesome.
I know, right? So this is what we got in terms of the Batman concept art for the Flash. Maybe there'll be even more stuff that gets released. I don't know. At the rate this is going, we're going to get all the concept art coming out. But we are going to go into our episode from behind the paywall for our $5 tier and cover My Adventures with Superman,
Woo!
which premiered last week. We're going to talk about that. And you can be a part of that too if you join our Patreon at the $5 tier. That gets you all our episodes that are specifically part of the $5 tier for the Patreon. Those release every Friday. And we are going to make it a goal to get another $100 for our Patreon to cover our, finally cover our expenses. And
That would be great, wouldn't it?
yes, it would be. So we're not hemorrhaging money on this. But yes, that would really help us out, guys. And we would celebrate if we reach that goal by covering the Superman Lives scripts, specifically by Kevin Smith, though probably the ones after that too. But we'll see when we get from there. We'll at least do the Kevin Smith scripts to celebrate when we reach that goal. And you guys can help us out by being a part of that Patreon tier. Anything else about the Patreon I might have missed?
You pretty much got it. I would like to add, please go to www.metalforce.ninja for my Kickstarter film that I am working on. I am directing, producing, and I did the story for. And so it's basically R-rated Power Rangers meets Stranger Things. The Kickstarter will launch in August, and we will be at Japan World Heroes. That is a convention in Burbank, California, August 18th to 20th. And we'll have a booth there, and we will be interviewing people for content and stuff for our social media for that also while we're there. So yeah, check that out. But yeah, for the Patreon, patreon.com/superhero stuff pod. It's the $5 tier that gets you behind the paywall and gets you to listen to now 180 episodes and
Jesus.
more behind the paywall. So please check that out. Cancel anytime. It's $5 monthly. And I think that'll do it. So yeah, I can't wait to talk about Adventures with Superman after the paywall.
Nice.
And I'm just going to keep talking until I find that button. Here it is. Here we go.
All right. See you guys.